Joe Rogan and Neil deGrasse Tyson say the Big Bang was wrong. Listen to this.
What has changed in terms of our understanding? The Webb has been in the million-mile orbit, or however far away it is, for how long now?
Well, it got there, and then we did some engineering. So I guess a year and a half. Yeah.
And what has changed in our understanding?
So that's been people's first question. And what I want to do is temper that to say something a little different.
So everybody thinks that James Webb Telescope confirmed that we already knew, but what if it quietly did the opposite?
So yes, we expect James Webb to make great discoveries. We expect that. But the first order of business is hardly ever, let's discover something new today. It's, here's something that we have limited understanding of, let's improve on that. And in so doing, we deepen our understanding of how things work in the universe. That doesn't always involve overturning a previous idea or discovering something that nobody ordered. All right? That will happen. We fully expect that to happen. But we targeted parts of the sky initially because we know other telescopes have gone there before. And we're going to say,
what Neil really is pointing out here is that Webb is seeing galaxies that look too old, too organized, too early in the universe timeline. According to classic Big Bang model, that shouldn't be possible, at least not this fast.
hey, how can we further advance and deepen our understanding? One thing it's going to be able to do, and it has already done, we have, you know how many exoplanets there are? And I don't know how many of your audience was born after 1995. How many 27-year-olds and younger?
Probably quite a few.
Quite a few, okay. So I will take this opportunity to knight them Generation Exoplanet.
I see what you did there.
1995.
The part that most people miss is that this doesn't mean that the Big Bang is fake. It means our story of how the universe grew up might be very incomplete.
Was the first exoplanet discovered, a planet orbiting another star. And I'll never forget that because it was my first time on national television. I was freshly minted as director of the Hayden Planetarium in New York City. And NBC sent New York City is the media news headquarters, right, of all the networks. So NBC sent an action cam. They interviewed me because of my title, not because they knew or gave a crap who I was. My title was director of the planetarium. And so I gave my best professorial reply. I said, well, it's the Doppler shift. This is how it's discovered and what we do and how we measure it. And I was describing the fact that when you discover these planets, you don't actually see the planet. You see the effect of the planet's gravity on the host star.
Science isn't breaking, it's updating in real time, and that matters beyond space talk at this particular point. What he is really saying is that, look, whatever that you know is not fake, but it is updating, and science updates all the time.
And so if you'd watch the host star like jiggles, okay, just a little bit in response to the planet going back and forth around it. So you're measuring the star. So I motioned that like with my hips. And that evening on the evening news, that's all they showed was me jiggling my hips. And I said, oh my gosh, okay, that's how you're going to do this. Okay. You don't want me to be Professor Neil. You want me to be Soundbite Neil. All right. So from then on, I practiced my sound bites. And a soundbite's like 3 sentences.
Oh, so you recognize that this is the format now.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I said, I can't just give them my stump speech as professor of astrophysics. It has to work in their medium. And so I went home and stood in front of the mirror and had people just shout out things to me. Anything in the universe, any idea, object.
Every major leap in human progress happened when we admitted we didn't fully understand reality yet. This is one of those particular moments at this point. What Neil is saying is basically saying, let's make science very much understandable to the layman, to a 5-year-old, as it is always said.
Person, place, or thing. And I would come up with like 3 sentences that are interesting, make you smile, and be tasty enough to want to tell someone else the anatomy of a soundbite. So try it. Say anything in the whole universe.
How do we know how...
No, just one word. Just say anything.
The Big Bang.
Big Bang. Ooh, the birth of space-time energy and everything we know and love about this universe. It occurred 14 billion years ago, and we have no idea what happened before it.
Clearly, Neil deGrasse Tyson is the revolution in science that we needed. So here's the real question. Are we watching the next science revolution begin, or are we just uncomfortable with the new data challenging old ideas at this particular point?